Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Storm Silver. This time it's the Legendary Roundup. There's a shit ton of legendaries in this game, holy shit. So, all of the ones in this video you need the Earth Badge for. A couple of them have other requirements which I will be stating from memory, so if I get something wrong, don't crucify me. So anyway, first off, once you get the Earth Badge, you can come to Route 40, speak to this kimono girl, and she will give you the Manaphy egg, complete with its special sprite. It hatches relatively quickly. Anyway, I just did that because I wanted it to hatch while I was doing this. Then, go to Kanto, fly to Cinnabar Island, and use the Rock Climb TM that you got from Professor Oak after you got the Earth Badge. Rock Climb over here, where I'm showing you, and this used to be a Magmarizer, but it has been changed to the Magma Stone. So, you pick it up, and automatically, Heatran will appear at the top of the island, like so. I guess the Magma Stone just has some kind of magnetic pull or something, because the same thing happens in Black 2, which, by the way, Black 2 is eerily reminiscent of a lot of Dre's hacks, because some things that they do are, like, just remind me of this, like how the Magma Stone in Black 2 is literally just lying in the middle of the road on an optional route. Like, why is it there of all places? Why is it? There's nothing ceremonious about it. It's just there. So anyway, got this Heatran, and you have to catch Heatran in order to be able to go catch Moltres. Now, keep this in mind. There's a certain item that you're going to need to catch some legendaries that you have to trade the Magma Stone for. But you need the Magma Stone, I believe, to catch Moltres. I'm not positive if the game just checks if you've caught Heatran, or if you actually have to have the Magma Stone in your inventory, but don't trade the Magma Stone yet, because if the game requires you to have the Magma Stone, then you won't be able to catch Moltres, and you won't be able to fully complete the game without hacking. So, Moltres, instead of being in Mount Silver, is now in Blaine's gym. Relatively simple. There's no work to it. Yeah. I'd like you to keep in mind that that is not the English word llamas, it is actually the Spanish word llamas, which means flames. I decided to go with a Spanish theme for the legendary birds because they already have Spanish in their names, so yeah. Anyway, so now we have the Seafoam Islands, and it took me a while to navigate it. It's not anything like it was in Generations 1 and 3. It's, there are no strength puzzles, but I still had some difficulty figuring out where to go, so I sped it up. So yeah. There are also trainers in here, not sure why, and you know, the other entrance is over there up those stairs, but you shouldn't have to use it. So anyway, the correct way is down here where Cameron is. Here are the trainers. I mean, it's whatever. I can't see any way of getting over to that part where you have to go other than using this trainer as leverage. So, I mean, yeah. Here on this floor, you can do this strength puzzle over here to get up there, but it doesn't actually bring you to anything useful, I believe. Yeah, I just cut it out entirely because it was like nothing important. But down here you can get the Ice Beam TM, which is useful if you need it and didn't get it by playing Voltorb Flip. And the correct way to go up here is you push 2 of the blocks up and then slide into another one. And then there's some items up there, but I didn't bother. Come down here, do a little surfing action. There are rocks all over the water, which is why I guess there aren't any currents. But I don't know if red is the one, if it's supposed to be like red pushed these rocks, because the rocks were not that big before. Anyway, we come to the end of Seafoam Islands, and over here we have Articuno, my favorite of the legendary birds. I don't have much to say about any of these fights because obviously I'm using instant catch codes because I don't have the time, I don't have the patience to catch legendaries normally in games where they're actually featured. So why would I subject myself to catching every legendary before 5th gen without cheating? Anyway, that name Granizo means hail. It's a word that I actually only learned while I was on vacation. Or learned for the first time, that is. Anyway, Zapdos is in his normal place right next to the power plant. I really think they could have done with a bit more ceremony for this one, but they're starting to get a little bit lazy, considering Black 2, Cobalion, Virizion, and Terrakion are literally in the middle of nowhere. They're just standing on routes for no reason, and that's where you catch them. And I've heard, oh, they're homeless, except I went to where Virizion was in Black 1, and it's still there and intact, so I don't get it. I hope the English version will shed some light on that, because, no. Plus, my problem with Black 2 is the sheer randomness of the legendaries that they decided to include in the game. They didn't include Victini. And there's no Keldeo catching event. Oh, by the way, Mewtwo. I thought there would be the Berserk gene here, but I guess they didn't bring it back for 4th gen because it's just a nugget. Anyway, so we have Terrakion, Black 2, we have Terrakion, Virizion, Cobalion. No way to catch Keldeo. No way to catch any of the genies. No way to catch Victini. In those games. But we get Cresselia, but we don't get Darkrai. And we get Heatran, but we don't get any other Sinnoh legendary. Oh no, and we get the legendary Pixies. The problem that I have with this is that, oh yeah, and Volatis for no reason. My problem with this is that we had the Latis in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. We had Heatran in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. We had Cresselia in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Why are they here? Like, they did, and it's like, this is something that they're starting to do just randomly, just like, for no reason, just doubling up on legendaries in back-to-back games, or close to back-to-back. Games that can connect with each other easily. Like, most people who have played 4th gen, I'm going to assume who are big Pokemon fans, probably bought at least Platinum and Diamond and Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I like that they included the legendary birds in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but why did they include them in Platinum too? Anyway, I'll get back to that point in a second because I talk too much, but in Viridian Forest is the Mew event, and if you're wondering where my Mewtwo nickname came from, Lensher, Eric Lensher, Magneto, I don't know, I just thought of it randomly, I thought it would fit, and of course you can probably guess what I named Mew, considering the movie Mew vs. Mewtwo, who is Magneto's nemesis, or, like, adversary, or the person he combats the most. In the comics, it's Charles Xavier, so Mew's nickname is Charles Xavier, I just spoiled it for you, I'm sorry. Anyway, like, the legendary birds in Platinum didn't make any sense, because why would they suddenly just decide, yo, fuck Kanto, let's go chill in Sinnoh? Like, I really don't understand, and they're roaming to add insult to injury. Black 2 doesn't have roaming legendaries, but it compensates for it by just including the most random legendaries in the world. I'm really hung up on why Cresselia is there, but not Darkrai. And really, if they were going to include, like, random, I don't understand. Like, the legendary birds are in Platinum and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And then, Platinum, you can catch Dialga and Palkia and Giratina. But you can also get one of them in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and if you bring a different Arceus to activate the event again, you can get another one. And if you bring a different Arceus, I think you can activate it again. I know you can activate it twice, I'm not sure about a third time. I mean, like, why are they making the Latis like, available in Black 2 and stuff, but not someone like Celebi, who... When was the last time Celebi was distributed? I think there was an event Celebi like a couple of years ago, and then there was Coliseum, and that's it. But we can't get enough of the legendary birds, can't get enough of the Latis, can't get enough of 4th gen and stuff, and 3rd gen legendaries, like half of whom are in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Not literally half, I'm being facetious. But where's Celebi? I have to know. So anyway, I'm pretty sure I showed it, but I was too busy going off on my rant. You can trade the Magma Stone for the Azure Flute in Lavender Town. You need this to catch Celebi, Jirachi, and Shaman. Not sure about Mew. I don't think so. Anyway, Celebi, you come to the Ilex Shrine, obviously, talk to it, and Celebi appears. I'm just really mad. Why was Celebi? They should have brought back like Celebi for fucking this fucking game, for Black 2 and White 2. Not. Look, I like the Latis as much as anyone. I like the 4th gen legendaries, but I have enough of them already. Plus, anyone who buys the majority of the games like me has too many copies of everything. Like, I have 3 Articunos, 3 Zapdoses, and 3 Moltreses, and I still haven't finished English Soul Silver. I don't need that many. Like, thank you, honestly, Game Freak, but no, stop. I have a shit fuck ton of Latis, because I have one from Ruby, one from Emerald, one from Heart Gold. I'm gonna get the other one from Soul Silver, and now I have a 5th one from Black 2, and I'm gonna get a 6th one from from English White 2. So I mean, I don't know, what can you do? But hey, Groudon. You know, why was the Weather Trio in this game? Like, I'm gonna be honest, there's not gonna be a Hoenn remake ever. Like, all the legendaries from Hoenn have been available, pretty much, except through events. Like, the Regis were in Platinum, and they're also in Black 2 and White. That's another thing! Why are the Regis... They keep bringing back everyone! Like, I don't understand. But yeah, the Regis are in Platinum. Okay, first you can transfer them to Sinnoh from 3rd gen. Then you can catch them in Platinum. Then you can also catch them in Black 2 and White 2. Okay. The Latis are in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black 2, White 2. Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza are in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Deoxys was given away a couple of years ago. I don't think he's been given away recently, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. Jirachi was given away to promote Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the one with Draco Meteor. I think that's all of them. I might be missing one, Whatever, fuck it. Whatever it is, I guarantee it's been given away recently. Or at least within the last few years. Or at least it shouldn't take you that much effort to find someone who has one. Or just use Pokegen to take the PKM file from an event and hack it into your game. Which is what I have done for several, because I'm not dealing with Nintendo shit. I've been at it for 10 years, and nah. So anyway, after you get the Earth Badge, go talk to Professor Oak. He'll talk to you about the Legendary Trainer and say how it's probably you. Surprise, surprise. Go to Mr. Pokemon north of Cherry Grove. He'll give you the Red Orb. Come to the new route, 47, right? It's not 46, right? Is it 46 or 47? I know 47 is one of them, but I don't know if it's 47 and 48 or 46 and 40. Whatever it is, come to the routes that are in the cave in Cinewood. And you're going to, you know, go west. Wow, I'm dumb. You have to go west. Alright, Route 47 and Route 48. Okay, anyway. So yeah, come over here to this first cave. And, go downstairs. Go downstairs. Go downstairs. And exit and surf left. Now, there's going to be a barricade of rocks. If you're dumb like me, you're going to be like, wait, I can't come through here, there must be a different way, and spend like 10 minutes looking for the correct way and eating up gigabytes of hard drive space in the meanwhile. There's a fucking gap. Anyway, make sure you bring Cock Climb because you're gonna need it. I've noticed that I do this a lot. And I don't know why. It's just how I speak. It's problematic though. Man. And now, if you haven't been noticing, it's all you're going to notice. Because that's how we do. I'm really self-conscious about it, I'm sorry. Anyway, there's a wave incense over here. I don't know what it does. I don't really care. Fuck incenses. So anyway, yeah, over here, the embedded tower. And I turned on the GB sounds because I really like the 8-bit version of this music. Got this hiker, and he's like, oh, it used to stretch far, like, deep into the sea and up into the heavens, so it connected the land, the sky, and the sea. Like, you know, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. So, here's Groudon. This is actually, like, really simple to get all three of them. Just catch your man Groudon, you know, whatever. You know. And then, eventually, one day in the near future, you'll be out of this screen. And, you know, you'll give it a nickname. And I decided to go with, you know, at first, I was gonna go with Titanic, but I decided that it would be better if I went with Britannic, because Kyogre looks more like a Titanic. And then I named Rayquaza Olympic, because, you know, Mount Olympus, you know, stretches up into the heavens. Anyway, automatically, after you catch Groudon, the red orb will change into the blue orb, which will be good for you because you can leave, re-enter, and Kyogre will appear. And if you don't get the Titanic, Britannic, Olympic reference, I'm 99% sure that they were all sister ships, and I think at least 2 of them sunk, probably, possibly all 3 of them. Unsinkable, my left nut. Anyway, but correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not exactly a history buff, I just like it a little bit sometimes. So yeah, embedded tower. If you don't have any of the orbs, it's nothing. It's just broken. It's just stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it actually looks like, but yeah. So anyway, Kyogre, Sea Basin Pokemon. You know, You know, because he lives at the bottom of the sea, because he's a whale. He's a big fuck whale, yo. Seriously. Nah, but Kyogre's mad big. Like, I'm not even being facetious. 14 feet tall, and he's horizontal? Nah, I'm good, thank you. I'll pass on that. That's taller than 2 tall people. Standing on each other's shoulders. So anyway, Jade Orb. I don't know if that was originally an item, but it is now because Dre says fuck you, Game Freak. Blue Orb changes into it after you catch Kyogre, so obviously leave, re-enter. You can catch Rayquaza. You know, my voice just cracked. I'm clearly not done going through puberty. I mean, you know, whatever. So, he's been upped to level 75, I believe, which shouldn't be a problem, because my Surdile is level 73, and I'm chronically underleveled, so clearly, I'm par for the course. There are a fucking shit ton of legendaries in this game, holy shits. We're not even done with 3rd gen yet. We're not done. So, yeah. I believe next I caught Jirachi. So, you're gonna want to go back to Ekritique. There will be a kimono girl blocking the entrance to the dance theater, and she'll be like, hey, there's a Jirachi. It's probably somewhere in Johto, in a deep cavern, and you need a special sound. So, basically, that translates to, it's at the bottom of Mount Mortar, and you need the Azure Flute. I also like how Dre added despite the movement, just so people couldn't be like, how is it asleep? It's moving. Dre, how is that possible? So anyway, you play the flute, wakes up, and it gives you 4 wishes. You can either ask for a shit ton of rare candies, a shit ton of money, a shit ton of coins for gambling, or a challenge Jirachi. Keep in mind that it will only grant 1 wish, and then it will disappear. So if you ask for one of the other things, you can't catch Jirachi. So, yeah. So you catch your Jirachi, you know, granting mad wishes, level 45. I don't know why it's level 45, you can't catch him until after the Earth badge, but whatever. Oh yeah, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, besides the Earth badge, you actually need to have beaten Red as well, which is why I saved this for after Red, because there were some things that I would not have been able to do, like catch them, and I think that's actually it. Anyway, between midnight and 4 AM, come to this spot, east of Pewter, and Deoxys will appear. It's literally that simple. And I know I was not actually up until like 4 AM to do this. I just changed my computer time to 12 hours ahead because that's how I do. Deoxys is a cool guy. Really like his battle music in 3rd gen. And for some reason, the part of Fire Red Omega where I catch Deoxys remains one of the most popular videos, and I'm really not sure why. Which means that yes, I get the pleasure of close to daily, or at least very frequently, reading comments like, is this a hack? How did you get here? Is this actually in the game? You know, all that fun shit, because YouTube is just has the best cesspool of comments ever. So I couldn't think of a nickname, but I was like, hey, Space Virus. I've never played Metroid, but I think Metroid Prime was kind of like Space Virus-y. I'm not positive. I don't really care either. Well, I care a little bit. I mean, if you know, just let me know if it was a space virus or not. But I was like, hey, Metroid Prime is a cool name. But by the time I typed, I was like halfway through typing Metroid, I was like, this is not going to fit properly. And I was like, I'm too lazy to shorten it, so it's just going to be Metroid P. But it does stand for Metroid Prime, just like how Lugia's nickname is SOGB, but it stands for Son of God Bird. So anyway, come talk to Cynthia, go to the Sinjo Ruins, stand in the middle of the mystery stage, and Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina will appear. If you didn't catch Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie earlier, then they will be here. You have to catch them, then stand in the middle of the stage. Anyway, you know, they're here. they're chilling, and this reminds me a lot of Platinum, how it's just like, hey, come to the top of the spear pillar, and the Dialga and Palkia will just be there. No one knows why, but they're just there. So I decided to go with Final Fantasy themed nicknames for these ones, based off the nicknames I gave them in my English Platinum. So Dialga becomes Stopga. And after you catch Dialga, you automatically get the Lustrous Orb, the Adamant Orb, my bad, which of course powers up Dialga. Then come talk to Palkia, catch him, he'll give you the Lustrous Orb. And if you couldn't guess, yes, Giratina will give you the Grizzlius Orb after you catch it. I'm probably mispronouncing that word, I probably don't care. Man, that was a good stretch, Jesus Christ. Anyway, Palkia, I decided to go with Regigigas for its nickname, because it's kind of like gravity, it's in the games, it's kind of like space-time distortion, kind of, sort of. Yeah, and then I saved Giratina for last. You know, just cool stuff, I guess. So yeah, my man Giratina. I couldn't think of much. I was gonna go with Breakga, but that's actually a stone move. So I just went with Ruinga, which if you've played Dissidia Final Fantasy, then the phrase Ruinga probably sounds familiar to you if you've played Lightning for more than 5 seconds. So anyway, I don't have all the plates and I haven't caught all the Pokemon, so I can't catch Arceus yet. And, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, come to Mount Silver. Instead of going to the proper part of the cave, go left, use Waterfall, come over here. You're gonna need some rock climb. And, you know, I like how the rock climb rocks in this game, they're like differently colored, like they match the color of the rock that they're actually on, because I know that the rock climb rocks in Diamond and Pearl, at least, maybe they changed it in Platinum, I don't know, I think they were always like brown or something, even if the stone face that they were on wasn't. I don't know, the rock climb rocks in this game, they're nice, they look cool. So anyway, you have to bring Regirock, Regice, and Registeel with you. Obviously, it's Regigigas. That's how he's always been caught. That's how he always will be caught. So he takes up Moltres' old place, and yeah, I kind of like this whole system of, you know, legendary encounters that Drake came up with. A little better than the one in Blaze Black, which, you know, I can't really fault him for, because there was no, there's not much hacking support for that, at least not yet, like, scripting events and whatnot. Apparently it's really difficult, or not as easy as it is in the previous games. 3rd gen is just the easiest generation to hack, but, I mean, I digress. And Fire Red Omega as well. Like, I really liked the new areas in Fire Red Omega, like Chronum Tower and whatever, and how it was just full of legendaries. But, you know, this is cooler. And, my screen is completely black here, and I'm really not sure why. Hold on. Okay, anyway, that was weird. So, come back to your room in New Bark Town, sleep in the bed, and you'll have a nightmare. after this, fly back to Pewter, head to Mount Moon, and if you go at any point during the day where the Clefairies are not dancing, Cresselia will be there. And when do the Clefairies dance? Every Monday night. So literally, if you're there and it's not Monday night, you can catch it. But I guarantee there's gonna be at least one person out there who plays this hack and starts activating these events on a Monday night. And I would like to see the look on his face. Or meet him, or something. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what time on Monday nights. Just at some point during Monday nights. Someone who has a lot of spare time on their hands, please keep track of the amount of times the mother has been seen calling in this. Because this, like, it's been a lot of times, okay? I'm stuttering because I'm so frustrated with how many times she calls. There were a shit ton of times, like, in parts that I cut out. By the way, I know we're up to 30 minutes and Mewtwo was really early, but the reason I had to cut it, I didn't show any of the unknown dungeon, is because my recording actually glitched up, because I was recording it and I got halfway through, and then I moved my leg a little bit, and somehow this caused my leg brushed the cord of my external hard drive where I was saving these videos, because I wanted to have a hard drive space left. And then my recording, like, glitched, so I had to trash it. And then I started recording again, and it happened again. So I moved the cord as far away from me as possible, plugged it in again, and started recording when I got to Mewtwo. But the unknown dungeon is a slut and a half in this game. It's so annoying, because like the wild Pokemon were higher level than me, so repels weren't working. I tried using rare candies, didn't help, it sucked. Anyway, after you catch Cresselia, you get the Lunar Ring automatically, come back to your room in New Bark Town, take a nap, and the source of the nightmares will be revealed, and it's Darkrai. And, you know, you fight him, you catch him, good times. I know in the documents Dre says you can do this as many times as you like, but I don't know if he means you can catch, because I thought what that would mean was you can catch an endless supply of Darkrai's, which would be kind of broken. Maybe he means that if you faint it, you can do it again. I'm not sure. Maybe it's something that was only in version 1 of the game, because I haven't updated my documents since like the very first day it was released, and he's up to 1.05, so maybe that's something that used to be there that's not anymore. Anyway, nickname for Cresselia was Spirit, nickname for Darkrai is Nightmare. This is based off the Dream Eaters from Kingdom Hearts 3D, which is coming out soon. I'm fucking excited. I think I'm gonna go to the launch event at Nintendo World, even though it's at 9 in the morning, and I'm gonna have to wake up like at 6 to get there, like, and not be at the back of like an hour-long line. But you know, whatever. It's Saturday, so I get the game a couple of days early. And no, I'm not going to fucking record it. Shut up. I don't have any way of recording 3DS games, but people keep asking me. Anyway, Shaman, fly to Goldenrod, talk to the younger sister in the flower shop, or the younger girl, I don't know if they're sisters. She'll mention Shaman, come to National Park, make sure you have the Azure Flute, and Shaman will be here, and of course you'll get into a random battle because it's Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and it has the most fuck-diculous encounter rate of any game fucking ever. Outside of like old school RPGs, where it's like you have 4 steps and you'll get into a random battle on all of them. Hey, my microphone thing is breaking. That's awesome. Anyway, talk to Shaman, can catch it, and you know, good times are had by all. So, I don't know where you get the Cresselia. It's probably the Goldenrod Flower Shop. And, yeah, because Sky Shaman is a cool guy. And I just go with Jade for a nickname because, you know, it's kind of jade colored. And, I gave a lot of these guys, like, real life names, I don't know. Anyway, just a showcase of my nicknames and stuff for all the legendaries. And, yeah, I don't really have much more to say, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.